one on welfare to work, one on children and young people, one on health and well-being, one on international development. And for each of the meetings we invited quite a diverse range of 5 or 6 faith-based organisations who were active in each of those fields, asked them how things were going, what they were doing, and also whether there were any hurdles or barriers that they were encountering that in Parliament we might be able to help overcome. And this year, we had our AGM yesterday. This year, we're going to be working to see if there are ways that we can reduce the barriers that at the moment make quite a lot of local authorities around the country a bit hesitant about working with commissioning services from faith-based organisations and seeing if we can make a contribution to easing that problem. But I'm very pleased to welcome everyone here today. Welcome to Duncan Green, who was the multi-faith chaplaincy coordinator at the Olympic Games. They're all we had for 5 years. You can tell me that. I realised that had been quite a long-term role, and we'll be touching a little bit on the Olympics today. But particularly, warm welcome to John Sentana, the Archbishop of York, who's going to be speaking to us in a moment. I just want to say a little word, if I may, about John. He has quite an important job these days. When I first met him, he had a really important job. That was when he was Bishop of Stepney, of London. And it was indeed one of the most prominent advocates for East London at the time. And I know John will have shared, albeit these days from a little bit of a distance, our kind of joy, really, in East London at the success of the Olympic and Paralympic Games over the summer. And you know, one of the things that struck me about them, they were a very effective way, I think, of really showcasing the new London, showing what London is like today: youthful, exciting, vibrant, made up of people whose family roots are in literally every different corner of the planet, but all proud of belonging to their home city, which is London. And I think actually that fusion of diversity and harmony that was so evident in the Olympic Games, 9 faith groups represented in the chaplaincy team, I think that fusion is one of the reasons actually why London was chosen to host those games when that decision was made in Singapore in 2005. And that generosity, so evident at the Olympic Games, is a very good background, I think, for the launch this morning of these reflections for Lent, how we can all make small but profound changes to the world around us. Reflections which I must say, if you've had a chance to look through them, you will, I'm sure, have noticed are eminently tweetable for those who do such things. And the hashtag is Live Lent, I think. I've got that right, haven't I? And you know, just one of my constituents, or a man who is originally from Sri Lanka, who runs a business in my constituency called East London Electronics. And ever since the Olympic Games, he sent me an email once every week, and the email shows a photograph of him plus a collection of bags full of litter alongside him, and he's sort of standing proudly by this collection of plastic bags. And he emails me this photograph every week, and what he's done, he's gathered, since the Olympic Games, there's something about what happened at the Olympic Games that's inspired him. He's gathered people living in that vicinity around Colvin Road, where his shop is, and he gets them every week, and they go out and they fill up these bags full of litter. Welcome very much to John Foster, Minister for Information, who's just joined us. Tell you a little story about my constituency. And when I was looking through the booklet that we're launching, I noticed one of the Thursday thoughts: fill a bag with litter, then put it all in the bin. Well, that's exactly what Mr. Trevor is doing every week, and I hope that's the kind of inspiration that we'll be able to see much more widely as a result of the launch of these booklets. So thank you all very much for coming.